Good morning. What are y'all doing today? What do y'all got planned? What do you got planned, Mega? What do you got planned, Megatron? Huh? What are you gonna do today? Oh, I hear the little puppy crying. Alright, before we get started on today's chores, let's go check on the puppy. Come on, Bella. Oh, he's barking. Oh, nice. Hi, Silas. Hey, buddy. You gotta stay with your buddies. You gotta stay with your friends. You're a goat now. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. Today's video is going to be about moving my hay. Actually, it's not my hay, it's the goat's hay. So I'm moving the goat's hay. I'm going to move this hay feeder and this bale of hay. Hopefully I can do this in one trip. Just use the tractor and move it over to the 3-acre pasture where all the other does are. Hopefully by the end of the day, or maybe tomorrow, I can get these 3 does that are over here over to the big pasture with the rest of the does, and then I can bring Chip, the buck, back over here to the buck pen, and him and Megatron can stay over here. And the way I'll feed the 2 bucks over here is about 3 years ago I built a DIY hay feeder that you can just hang on a fence. I want to bring that back out and set it up, and Megatron and Chip will eat out of that, and they should be perfectly fine with that. It's big enough to feed probably six goats at once, but they'll be the only 2 over here. The only issue with that is I will have to come out here and feed them every day. I'll have to stuff that with hay every single day, sometimes twice a day if they're, if it gets real cold, they eat through that hay pretty quick, and they don't come out here and eat any of this. So give you guys a quick look at Mr. Silas. He's doing pretty good. This is it's Monday, and we brought him home on Saturday, so what's 3rd day, 2nd day? He's happy, doing good. Alright, buddy, you're gonna have to stay out of my way though, okay? I'm gonna have a big tractor over here. I don't want any accidents. So what I'm gonna have to do to get this hay out is I'm gonna undo this fence right here. I've already turned it off, but I'm gonna take this down so that I can get my tractor in here and just move this hay around until I can pick it up. I should be able to pick that up all at once. Shouldn't be too difficult, I wouldn't think. We'll see. I'll let you guys watch. Okay, I want to go let the fence down. The goats will get out, which is, I'm fine with that. They can go out here and eat some of this green grass. I'm gonna have to do this in several steps because I'm gonna have to let the goats out so I can get the hay, because they will come out when I let this fence down. And then once I get the hay, I'm gonna have to put the fence back up and get the goats back in here, and then open up the other gate to put the hay in. And then those goats are gonna get out. I just don't wanna mix the goats up right now because I wanna know exactly which goats. I don't wanna take a chance that Chip might breed with one of these goats if Megatron hasn't gotten them pregnant, which I'm sure he has, but just in case, I wanna keep them separated. I'll put the hay back into this other pasture, bring these goats back in with some feed, and close the gate, and I should be fine. So it's gonna be several different steps. Just follow along. Hopefully you guys can see how I manage this with just one person. It's not too hard. It's kind of funny. This goat right here, Samoa, she's one of my friendlier goats, but she still doesn't let me come up to her too much. But every time I bring the camera out and talk to the camera, she gets right by me and just watches me like, who are you talking to? You realize that's not a person and it's not a goat. You can't be talking to that. It's kind of funny, but she's always curious on why I am talking to the camera. It's kind of funny. Come on. So that's kind of good. Did y'all see Silas follow the goats out? He needs to stay with the goats. That'd be really awesome. I mean, he's a puppy, so he's going to be curious about everything, but his job is going to be to stay with the goats while they're out here. But it looks like he wants to play with Bella. I don't want any accidents. You stay over here while I work this tractor. Okay, as you can see, I've got it up on the tractor. It's up off the ground. It's really wobbly. So, of course, this ain't flat ground either, so that could be most of it, but it's heavy. And it's not evenly distributed weight. Leave me a comment and let me know if this is going to topple over before I get it over to the other pasture, or if I'm going to be able to get it over there without dropping it. I know some of y'all are probably saying, well, why don't you just let Tanya do it? She does all the tractor work. Yeah, she does. She likes to do a lot of the tractor work, and she's really good at it. But she's at work this morning, so she ain't here, so I got to do it. I don't know if y'all saw the dog earlier, the little puppy. He's kind of barking at the tractor. He doesn't like it, but he's staying away from it pretty good. All right, let's get this going. Also, once I get this out of the way a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and reset this fence back up and get these goats over here before I open the gate and put this in the 3-acre pasture. So hopefully I can get that on video as well. Get back, Cinnamon. I've made it that far without dropping it. Now I gotta put the fence back up. Good thing about putting the fence back up, I can get keep the new puppy in that pen now too without getting close to the tractor. There's some close calls. Okay, so we're gonna feed the goats so they go back in here. My brother already fed them this morning, so I'm not gonna feed them a whole lot, just enough to get them in there. So my brother feeds the goats every other morning for me, just a little bit, but no matter what, I mean, they could have ate 10 minutes ago. I'll bring that bucket out with food and they're hungry again. So they're gonna follow that bucket for sure. So that's pretty easy. All right, so now I gotta get the hay into this pasture. Should be pretty simple. I am gonna open the gate, so these goats are gonna get out. I'm okay with that. And then I'll have to do the same thing, get them back over there with some feed. Okay, if anything's gonna get me, it's gonna be when I open the gate and I go down. It's a slight hill right there. That might be the only thing that's really gonna get me to tip this over and dump it out. So we're gonna leave this rolling. I'm gonna go open the gate, get it propped open, and then get back on the tractor, start it up and put it in there, and hopefully everything goes good. But this little hill as I go in there is what's gonna get me if anything gets me. Okay, while I let these goats out to eat, I'm gonna go inside the barn and take down the hay feeder I built and put it up over here in the buck pen. God, it's bad lighting. Ooh, I'm right in the sun. So I'm gonna get that done real quick while they do all this. I'm not gonna take you in there and show you that video of me taking that down because it's so dark in there. It wouldn't turn out as good video. So once I get it down, I'll bring it over here and we'll show you what it is. Okay, this is the feeder I was talking about that I built. These are 2x6s, and I angled them so that I would have it's wider at the top than it is at the bottom. And then that's just a 2x4 spanning the whole bottom. And then a cattle panel, a 6x6 cattle panel, stapled to the front. And then the 2x4 wire, that thin wire, field fence type wire. The goats can reach through there and grab their hay and pull it out and eat it. It's worked for 3 years for me. So I'll put it back up in here and let the bucks use it. It's gonna go right there on that fence, right there. I've got little hooks on each of these 2x6s. That hook right on top of the cattle panel up here, and I'll show you. I'll give you a close-up of that here in a minute. Cinnamon's already using it. So is Samoa. They can use this pretty easily. It's not hard for them to get in there and get the hay. And here's the hook I was talking about, that's in the wood, and then it just hooks over this cattle panel. And you can see there's a hook down here that's going to have to hook as well. I just haven't done it yet. But for $2, I can fill that up, and it'll probably be good for 2 days, possibly, or 3 days even, just for $2. Oh, Silas is over there in his favorite corner. I don't know if I've talked about this yet, but this is a molasses protein tub for the goats. It is specifically for goats. So it's got a little bit of copper in it and some of the essentials that goats need. Okay guys, that's going to wrap that video up. As you see, it's wasn't too difficult. I probably made it out to be a little more difficult than it was. Did have a couple close calls with the new puppy and around the tractor. Kind of a little iffy, a little scary. I am going to go put the goats up, but I'll do that off camera. You guys have seen that enough times. I got to put Jenny back in there, and sometimes she's hard to get back in there because she wants to go. I got a cow on my property. I've been having my neighbor's cows over. As a matter of fact, I may add some video right here of me and Tanya if I have it. You know what? I deleted it. I don't have it. But I do have a cow on my property all of a sudden. And my gate's open. So he's going to come on to the rest of my property if I don't go close it. Alright, I'm going to go get that done. Hey, if you're new to our channel and you just found us, please hit that subscribe button for us. Give us a chance. Remember to leave us a comment. Hit that like button for us. Let us know how we're doing. We'll talk to you guys next time. Remember, do the good.